Teachers, who are they? What do they do? Why do they do it? Is it worth it? Did you know that the average teacher gets paid $643 a month? The average American gets paid the same wage with any other job. So why do they do it? We're here to ask and figure out why teachers became teachers. Is it because they can do it better than who taught them? Is it because they thought it would be the easiest job? Or maybe they didn't know what they wanted to do in their future, so they chose teaching at the last moment? Or is it because they wanted to help the United States of America future, starting with we the kids?
Stephen Crow, World History and Geography.
My name is Tierney Roberts, and I teach chemistry and physics.
Christine Elizabeth Ragsdale Glover, and I teach Avid Nutrition and Health, and I could also teach PE, but I don't.
Veronica Rose Minzy, and I teach English, 10th grade and 11th grade.
My name is Richard Freeby. I teach Italian and French. I've taught Italian now for 11 years in Manzano. French I did 5 years before, new class again this year. Used to teach Spanish.
How many languages do you know?
4 or 5.
My name is Kristen Tomini, and I teach health, and I also teach impact here at Manzano.
My name is Erica Olson, and I teach economics, mostly grade 12.
James Schwank. I teach Algebra 2, Honors Algebra 2, and Statistics and Trigonometry.
I like education. I like studying. I started working in the field, and it kind of grew on me as I started working as a substitute teacher. I realized how much I liked being back in school, working with students. So my inspiration really came from getting into the work.
My mom inspired me to be a teacher. She's been a teacher for 12 years, so.
I really didn't want to become a teacher.
Really?
Yeah, my degree is in PE, and it was in non-teaching PE, and so I was going to go into the medical field in fitness and nutrition, and I did not want to deal with students, but the little town that I lived in, when I decided to pursue the teaching field, I really liked the kids that were there. I really wanted to be a coach, more so than a teacher, but I knew that I needed to be a teacher to support being a coach, and so that's kind of how I got into education.
I would have to say it was my home economics teacher who I had every year when I was in med school, so 6th to 8th grade. Really enjoyed having her as a teacher, and I think she's the one who inspired me most to become a teacher.
6 to 8? That's cool.
I had some really good teachers when I was in grade school, but after that, not too many. A couple of high school teachers were terrific, but college, not so much. Mostly younger. The nuns, lots of them. They're very good.
I would say a couple things inspired me to become a teacher. If you guys remember Mr. Carrillo, he was my 7th grade health teacher. And can you imagine? But he was actually really, really funny and made the subject really fun. And so I think that stuck with me all these years. And then the other thing that inspired me to become a health teacher is that I used to be an EMT, and I saw what happened a lot when people neglected their health, but had very little that I felt I could do about it at that time. So I decided to come back here and try to help people not get into that position in the first place.
It's cool. I always remember your class always being not boring.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
remember all the videos you used to watch and the projects and everything. It was really fun.
Thank you. That is the biggest compliment you could give me. I want health to be fun.
Yeah, it was. It was better than all my other classes that year.
Well, a few teachers that I've had in my life. One was my 6th grade teacher, Mrs. Miller. I really loved her, and I loved her sense of style even, and I just thought she was a really cool and interesting woman. And then also my high school social studies teacher, Dave Larson. I had him in 11th and 12th grade, both for required courses and for electives, and he was just so interesting, and he had me look at things in a new way, and I was exposed to a lot of different things in history. He was a history teacher, and especially he taught a class on current events that I just was like my favorite class of all times. So he really inspired me. In fact, I have gotten a Newsweek news subscription every year since my high school life because of him. So.
Just happened.
Wait, you don't have to look at the camera
Oh.
the whole time.
Look at me.
Yeah, initially I wanted to become a medical doctor, and during college I was studying to go to law school, but I came up short.
Originally, I was doing research in biology, so I did microbiology research, but kind of segued me into teaching.
Other than the medical field?
Yeah, medical field. I wanted to be a coach for a while, and I got to coach girls basketball.
Here at Manzano, or?
No, at the school that I started at. It was a small school, and I really liked. I've always had good coaches and supportive people in that position, so that was really more of why I wanted to be a teacher. Was I wanted to be like a coach in the classroom. So.
Yes, I thought I wanted to do technology, and then I realized it was too much math. So I did English.
Okay.
I didn't start teaching till I was 45, so I worked in restaurants on everything from pot washing to chef, owner, manager, everything. So this was a change of career.
Yeah, originally, well, the first thing I ever wanted to be when I was a little kid was a baker, because I love food. Then I wanted to be a doctor. Then I kind of preempted that by going into medicine, becoming an EMT. I thought about becoming a cook, but I became a teacher.
Not really. I mean, I always wanted to be a teacher. Probably the only other thing that I wanted to do was I knew I wanted to travel abroad also, and so I always thought I would love to work for the United Nations in some aspect of that.
Yeah, wanted to go into business and just didn't happen.
I've taught English, government, economics, U.S. history, and reading skills.
Well, I've taught mostly biology, but this is the first year I've taught chemistry, and I taught physics last year.
When I first started, I taught middle school and high school PE and science, physical science. But when I came to Manzano, that's when I started teaching health and impact, and then it worked into nutrition and avid.
Yep, I've always taught English, so haven't ever taught any other subject.
Would you want to teach anything else?
If I was going to teach something else, it would have to be history.
Yeah, I think when I first started, it was 18 years ago. I taught Spanish, and I think I had to pick up a couple of science classes. It was a middle school, so it didn't really matter if you had any background in it or not. You just taught them this in here, teach this.
I've always taught health. It's my passion. It's really the only thing that I want to teach.
No, I've taught world history, New Mexico history, U.S. history, different AP world history, AP U.S. history, honors level courses, geography. So in the humanities realm, a lot of different things.
No. Taught algebra 1 before.
No, I'm a native of Michigan.
Oh, why did you come here?
My parents moved here when I was somewhat young, finished with 1 year of college, and I liked it once I got here.
Yeah, we're just from Albuquerque.
No,
Where did you come from?
I am from a little town in Texas named San Saba, Texas. And yes, I went to Texas Tech. And but San Saba is really small. It's a little bit bigger than Manzano.
Born and raised.
From Albuquerque now, I grew up in Gallup.
Why did you come here?
I came here, I went to UNM starting in '69 for when I graduated. I was here for a while afterwards. Went away, came back in the '90s. Went back up to Gallup and then back again here now for 12 years.
I am. I wasn't technically born here, but we moved here when I was 3 months old, so says I qualify as a native. Yeah.
No, I was born and raised in Minnesota.
Why did you come here?
Well, I didn't specifically come to Albuquerque. I came to New Mexico and I taught and lived in a couple cities in New Mexico, first Santa Fe and then Taos. And then this past fall, the opportunity arose to teach here, and I decided to leave the mountain town and come back to the big city.
Yeah.
And why didn't you leave?
I don't know.
You just stayed?
Yeah, it just happened.